One of the things I want to touch on in here is knowledge base. Now, this is such a great, great tool. Knowledge base integration. For those who have got Confluence, Confluence is Atlassian's documentation product. It's a wiki. Confluence itself is actually a real word, which nobody knows. It means the coming together of small streams at the bottom of a river. So it's small things coming together to make something bigger. The idea is it's a tool where everyone kind of contributes to actually create a useful repository of knowledge. And it's all about capturing that information that we currently have lost on our inbox or on our desktop or on a shared drive somewhere, SharePoint probably, where it's all great being there, but if nobody knows it's there, then it's a bit pointless. So Confluence is all about capturing that and actually using it and leveraging it moving forward. And we can do it in our service desk. So when people actually ask certain questions, they can actually look up information. This has happened before. What did they do to fix it? And we can find it. It's really important.
Do they need a Confluence license to be able to get there?
No. This is another great thing. Your space in Confluence you can set to be public access. So not all of Confluence, but the knowledge-based space that you're going to link to this particular service desk, people don't need a license at all. So again, you can have 20,000 people heading this and one content writer at the back making all the documentation, which is great. So I'm just going to link this to a Confluence space. I've got one running here. I hope. I started it earlier and I never checked it. So it's a Confluence, and you're going to pick the space. So I'm going to link to the Glintic knowledge base space.
Can I ask a question to relate that with the licensing? In order for the service desk agent to publish that knowledge article to Confluence, do they need a license? They
need a license to create a page, and yes. I'll show you in a second what that was for those who are not sure. So I've just linked this to a space, my Confluence space, and the great thing is in here I can actually set restrict request types to certain pages in there, which is really useful. So for example, under hardware fault, which is that one I just made, I might say just look at the pages that have the label hardware on them. So it's just another way of restricting and targeting the information I'm going to project to people. So again, it's a really, really useful way of doing it. And if I actually have a look at how this looks, if I go back to my front end, you can see that if someone comes along here, we're all promoting self-serve. The whole point of this is to take work away from your agents and get people to help themselves. So we can say, if I was to come along and say, my printer is not working, printer not, and you can see it's already said, here's a page for set up my printer, and it's going to say, these are the steps to do. Did this solve your problem, yes or no? So you can get that feedback as well in reports and see whether or not this was a useful thing, the report, and help. This is not a silver bullet. You can't just turn this on. It's going to be great. You're going to have to be looking at the content. Is this what's not being looked at? What is being looked at? What helps them? They looked at this, but then they still opened an issue. Why was that? And it's going to get better and better and iterative. We're agile, remember, as we move along. The other great thing as well is, because most people are inherently lazy and not used to solving themselves, is when they actually come and go, OK, I'm going to open a hardware fault and say, my PC won't turn on. It's actually going to search in real time and actually suggest pages to you as you're going along. Now, I know this always looks quite nice. I've got to say, it doesn't actually work because I had searched the internet high and low, just as a caveat. I had an issue and I was opening a ticket with Atlassian. And Atlassian obviously use their own service desk. And I was typing my issue in and I copied the error and it came up with the result. And I was like, it does work. So yeah, really, really useful way of doing it. And the person can then open the page and they'll see that they've got, the issue is here.